it? It's your boy, Simon Phoenix. This is Shots Fired Sunday Night Rant on a Monday. Why is that, Phoenix? Well, I know that you guys was watching the Superbowls, and I felt like there really wasn't a need for a Sunday show when the majority of the continental United States was watching the game. So I said, I'm not going to do a show. I'm just going to leave that alone, and I'll come out Monday, and the people that listen will see it pop up and be like, ooh, show. Okay, let me listen. Or they'll listen to it at their normal leisure as you do. So here we are. So to start off with, I loved the game, but I'm biased. I'm automatically biased. I'm from Michigan. I like those boys in maize and blue. If you don't, now you do. I'm on my Hulk Hogan right now. Brother, what you gonna do? And so Tom Brady, being alum, you know how that goes. We are automatically rooting for him. And I've always felt like there was going to be the asterisk next to his name because people were going to say that Belichick is such a great coach. This is why Tom Brady is good. And there's going to be the other panel of people screaming, no, Tom Brady is dope, and that's why Belichick is good. Without Tom Brady, Belichick is be trash. And on the other end, people were saying Tom Brady without Belichick would be trash. And this was going to give Tom Brady the chance to do it without Belichick. But he had all the weapons and the support of a great defense. So for me, I was like, he's going to do it. And he's going to do it in style. Now, did I want to see a good game? Yes. I believe that Kansas City had the goods. But their offensive line could not deal with the schemes that they were running over there at Tampa Bay. They couldn't deal with it. It's just obvious. It is what it is. And so they had one of our favorite quarterbacks running around for him life. And he was doing some spectacular things, but he was still not having the time to be the guy that he is. Just wasn't happening. And Tom Brady was doing the Tom Brady thing. I will manage the team. I will find the openings. I will slide around and do the thing. So yes, you're always going to have an argument if Tom Brady is really the GOAT. But this right here puts him closer to being unanimous. And as a fan, I love it. That's just what it is. I love it. And I think a lot of Michigan people who are fans of the University of Michigan, the big house, the maize in blue, were happy last night. They was probably dancing in the street. That's our boy. That's what they were saying. That's our guy. Because that's how we do as fans. So I was happy. I enjoyed myself. I felt like it was everything I wanted. It made me want to hear it all night long. So, that's why y'all ain't getting no show, because I was enjoying the Super Bowl like you was enjoying the Super Bowl during the time that I normally would be recording the show. So it wasn't going to be no show. Sorry. My rant is that wasn't no Super Bowl parties for real. So it sucked. Your friends wasn't calling you like, bro, come through, and you get drunk and they got great food and you watching the commercials and you talking all of the trash. You making the bets, you getting the side money. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That is the part. But no, you was at the house by yourself or with your girl looking crazy. Because of this damn COVID. Can't wait for this bullshit to be over with. But I know you feel the same way, right? I know you are in the same mode, the same feeling that I am. You can't wait for this BS to be over with. You so want to go out in public and have a moderate good time, right? Get back to something normal, as they say. So, pretty much that's why we didn't get no show, because I was enjoying myself. You got a problem with it? See me. No, don't see me. Please don't. Please don't. Please don't run up on me violently. Won't put your hands on me. I don't want no problems. Please. Sorry. Apologize. What else do we got to rant about? I mean, I have something else that is delicious. Delicious, but I'm not touching it quite yet. It's like my last thing. Or closer to the end, let's say. Now, I'm not going to talk about Super Bowl commercials. I have seen an ad that I found. The chicken ad, if anybody's seen the chicken ad was hilarious. They was running this chicken ad talking about we was with you for Black History Month with chicken leg and the black fist. And we all were like, not only are we appalled, but that is stupid. I could talk about that even more, but I ain't about to risk having them come knock on my door like, we gonna sue you for slander. But you know who you was, you know what you did, and chicken legs and black people, we already got beef. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's stupid. But somebody do. They always do. What else was going on that I found to be funny? It was something else that I seen that I thought was funny. And I can't remember what it is. Like, it's at the tip of my tongue. It's right at my mind. And I wrote so many notes about my second thing that I was going to talk about, or my real conversation, that I didn't do it. I didn't write any notes down, is what I'm saying. So now it's got me in the, oh my, I'm messing up. Oh, I know what it was. I know what the other thing was, because it was short, but it was funny. Because it was just funny to me as somebody watching things go on in society and how we handle them. So the girl with the yellow bone song, like, I don't know what was more funny, that she got into a controversy that y'all was mad that she had a yellow bone song, so it was colorism. But we have brown girl songs, and it was like, well, she wasn't really representing black because she's not really black. And that was going to be a beef. And so she had to come out and apologize and be like, yo, I'm sorry, I didn't know. And that wasn't my intent. I was just trying to represent for all the yellow chicks. I, like so many others, never known that they were called yellow bones. So for people who happen to not be black, people who are light-skinned, right? A lot of the times they have the similar sounding nickname as red bones. So I'm thinking it's like closer to being like Indian. That's probably how a lot of them early happen to be like that. Of course, being mixed has a play to do with that. Any mixture of black turns, you get a high yellow version. And that was the other one. A high yellow was the other comment that was said. But I've never heard yellow bone. So I was like, wait, what? Yeah, she got a yellow bone song. Yellow? What's a yellow bone? It's a light-skinned black girl. What? That's what we calling them now? No, we were supposed to be calling that before. No, we weren't. We were calling them red bones. High yellow. That's what we was doing. I'm positive. I lived this life. I know that's what we were doing. No, we were saying yellow bone. No, we weren't. Nowhere were we saying that. So, like, no, I did not hear any of this ever. I thought that was hilarious. I thought that was just purely hilarious. I was like, she getting cooked over that. And it was like a weird, bad rap singing thing she was doing. It was just, and I don't want to be a hater. It's not like, I'm not really trying to hate. Like, she wasn't my cup of tea, and some young music just ain't my cup of tea, and it is what it is. It's just beyond me. I'm to that point now where I still have enough youth in me that I'm paying attention to what they're doing, and I enjoy some of the music, but I'm not a total fan because some of it missed me. It just is what it is. It's missing me. But for my personal taste, she wouldn't be something I would be listening to. So I was like, did y'all make her hotter? Is she popping a little more? Probably not, but she definitely trying. She definitely gonna try it. So I found that to just be hilarious that they heated her up. They just were on her head about it. But Yellowbone, very interesting. All right, we're gonna slide out for a hot second, right? And since we broke over here, we got to pay those bills. So we're gonna get a couple commercials in, and then we'll be right back. Hey, is your car out here looking like a POS? Mostly because it's dirty. Backseat is filled with McDonald's, Burger King, all types of fast food trash. Well, worry no longer, because you can be a happy customer of Marky's Detailing. That's right, Marky's Detailing is here to help you out. Known for their excellent cleaning skills, Marky Detailing will get your car clean from the top to bottom, specializing in getting in that undercarriage. That's right, Marky Detailing. All you need to know is we go where you are. Marky's Detailing is known to come to your location and get your car spotless clean. With the latest in technology and ways of cleaning your car and getting in all the nooks and crannies. That's right, Marky Detailing. Hey, you can find us on Facebook, or you can call us direct at 616-502-6131. That again is 616-502-6131. Marky Detailing. Also look for us on Facebook. Johnny Ray Ray's security team. That's right, the legendary Johnny Ray Ray security team has a service or a plan for you, for your home, for your business, for your auto or boats. That's right, you can get a one-on-one personal security officer to take care of everything you need to protect you from any and all threats. If you need more, we can bring and provide a team of well-trained superstars made by Johnny Ray Ray himself. And don't forget our special deal. Right now, you can get our baby mama protection plan. This includes protection from your home, protection for your business, and protection for your personal well-being. Johnny Ray Ray Security Team. Better be protected.
Yeah, you know what it is. Shots Fired Podcast popping.
Brought to you by Mindbender Incorporated in association with Ashy Radio.
Welcome back to Shots Fired with Simon Phoenix.
Yo, so let's get into the meat of the rant. So it is February, Black History Month. And I think the thing that bothers me the most about Black History Month is that we talk about the same people every year, right? Like every year when someone says something about Black history, we're either having a slave conversation, which is super annoying, or we're talking about Martin Luther King. And Martin Luther King will get all the press, the whole conversation. Everybody will do a book report or talk about that, or you'll see it on TV and it's just stop. Or it will be Malcolm X. Stop. That's what you're going to get. It's Black History Month. That's it. You might get some, a couple other people that will pop out. But they're mostly trying to figure out how to put it. I would say it's like, you largely get the same amount of African American people for Black History Month. It always seems to be, let's talk about Frederick Douglass. Let's talk about Rosa Parks. Let's do Harriet Tubman. Let's do W.E.B. Du Bois. That's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about Jackie Robinson. We're going to talk about Thurgood Marshall, right? But that's not the extent of the greatness of Black America, is those few names, those few people who were maybe the first of something that, not to take away its greatness, but something that was like a sport, let's say. But the people that I find that aren't talked about the most is African American inventors. So when you bring them up and you talk about the greatness of the people, right? So you got a couple people that will pop up. George Washington Carver, we know he's going to pop up. I would hope people talked about Elijah McCoy. The whole reason why the term the real McCoy is a thing is because of him. And it's mostly has to do with a lubrication system that he made for engines for trains. But I find it interesting because the real McCoy, that term was because people who tried to steal what he did not do it good enough. So companies requested the real McCoy, and that's why people turned that into a saying. I think that is dope, but I think that when we have that conversation about African American inventors, you don't hear them come up. You don't hear their greatness. And, what I mean is, yes, I know that people are going to talk about Madam C.J. Walker and her accomplishments for women hair care products, right? I know people are going to talk about her, but we miss out on some of the people who change life in other greater magnitudes. Like, the disrespect is funny because it be modern stuff. It be stuff that we're all dealing with, or things that are essential to how life is, and it's joy and undangerous. Actually, undangerous? That's not even a real word, Simon. That it's making safer for other people. That's a better way to say it, because I don't know what I was on right there. But when you talk about the greatness of these inventors, it's rare. If it's not someone like me having an angry rant to my fans of all four of them in the back, then no one would talk about them. You get nobody to bring up Mary Van Britten. Lady built a whole security system because she thought that the crazy people might kick the door in because she lived in a bad neighborhood. But she basically sat down and did the blueprint and got a lot of patents put as an inventor to make home security that then other big companies come and do. And now it's commonplace. And she made sure, oh, look here, I got me a microphone and everything. I hit the button and talk to him outside the door. What you want? That's what she was on. What you want? But she invented that. And that right there is a monumental thing, and nobody talks about it. Most people probably, this might be the first time that you talked it, or heard it. I would just find that to be funny because we don't talk about Black inventors the way we should. That we don't see Garnett Morgan, the inventor of the traffic light, but more importantly, the inventor of the gas mask. We're not talking about him. We're not having a discussion about his greatness. And I just find that to be funny. Like, what? Why are we not talking about these people? Why are we not doing that right now? Well, we're not. Like, it'd be Black History Month and most people don't even touch it. Those is not the people you see. And so it's just weird to me, whether we're talking about people like Lewis Howard Latimer. And he was basically a Renaissance man. You know, he was a person that worked in patent counseling as an inventor, was an author, was an engineer, was a draftsman. He was known for making the modern light bulb, and he was responsible for the filament, the carbon filament, the whole reason the light bulb works. He was the person that holds the patent on that. The most important part of the whole thing is this guy, and nobody talks about him. No one says a word. No one puts that guy on a picture at work. It's the most common thing that you're using. You flicking on the light, and this was made possible by this guy. And so I just think that it's funny that no one talks about these inventors, and no one says anything about how great they are. And they be some of the most, I see this every day type thing. I mean, you can talk about Sarah Boom, the lady who made the modern ironing board. She took an ironing board and said, duh, that's not right. It's hard to do women's clothes. How can I fix this? And next thing you know, she hit the patent office, and you have what is, when you see the modern iron board, that's her design. That curve, the whole reason it's there is because of her. Before it was just a block. It's a block you pull out, it stood up. That's what it was. She was like, nah, that ain't gonna work. And that's something that is important. We all use it. And most people don't know it exists. Most people don't know it exists. So, you know, I just find that to be crazy. And it's such a list of people. It's so many individuals that are like that I could just go on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Like every year I try my best to talk about the greatness of Black inventors and what they have done, just because of invention is one of the pillars of society. And it's very important to shine light on those people who made life easier for the rest of us. To me, that is more important than possibly anything else, because it shows a giving heart, shows intelligence. It shows wanting things to be better for everyone. And sometimes it wasn't even the person's intent. They just seen a problem that needed to be solved. Right? But you know, I find the inventors to be just such a interesting group of people within Black America. Whether you're talking about people like Shirley Jackson. This woman is a physicist. She was one of the first Black women, or should I say the first Black women to graduate from MIT. This is who this lady is. I mean, and the crazy thing about it is she's the lady. She was the person that made it possible for everybody to have call waiting caller ID. And her work within cybernetics is the reason why, or should I say part of the reason why the internet works. And I guarantee the majority of people listening to this show have never heard of this lady. Right? Don't have a clue who this lady is. And so when I give, you know, and I give the breakdown of these people, I'm just very interested in it, you know, because I find it funny that people don't really discuss it. People don't really talk about it. People don't really bring it up. It's not something they want to do. It's like, let's just talk about Martin Luther King. Let's just talk about Malcolm X. That's all I want to do. Let's talk about Muhammad Ali, right? And I'm looking like, dude, there's so much more to Black America that we need to discuss. And Black inventors just so happen to be a huge thing. It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous of how much we did. Because even when I talk about someone like Mr. Morgan, the inventor of the gas mask, right? When you talk about people of this magnitude, you talk about people who are so huge that is crazy, because not only did he make that, but he made the traffic light. And that's what most people talk about if they're going to talk about him. I always think the gas mask is more incredible, even though I know that his addition to the stoplight saved a lot of lives, because I think the gas mask probably did because of war, but that's a hard to equate, because you got traffic, and traffic is everywhere, and we used it everywhere. So the whole reason he put the yellow light and made the lights work in that magnitude was because people were killing themselves. They be speeding, and then the light turned red, so they didn't have enough time to stop. So now it's an accident, because they all in the street. But no one talks about that guy. We're not having that conversation about these people. And I just find it so disheartening, because they're so great that when you talk about somebody like Frederick McKinley Jones, and you say, oh man, okay, so who is that guy and why is he important? And you're like, well, he's the whole reason why we have vehicles with refrigeration units on it. A black guy came up and fixed that, figured all that out, started a business, and during the war, he was more than important. Now you think about all the supplies and things that have to be cool, have to be at a certain temperature. This man made that possible. And along with his co-founding of Thermo King, is something that is mind-blowing when you think about it. Because if you think about the importance of a refrigerated vehicle to bring you said items, and then you think about all the items that need to be refrigerated, you let your mind run for a second. Think about all of that. And we don't talk about him. He is not discussed. I just find it to be amazing that we don't talk about it. Even if you just take somebody like Alexander Miles, the whole reason why you don't fall to your death when you get on the elevator is because of him. He's the guy who invented the electronic elevator doors, because at the time people was falling to their death. They forget to put the little gate thing down. The next thing you know, woohoo, I'm dead. What happened to him? Oh, he fell off the elevator. And I'm not saying that in jest to be messed up. I'm just saying that without this man's invention, that is what was going on. But don't nobody know none of these people. And I have a very long list. If you're one of my Facebook friends, then you would see that on my Facebook page, that during this time of year, I try my best to do a lot of inventors. So I got to stay on my A game, but that's what I'll be doing. So I guess what I'm saying is, hey, y'all, can we please look at some other people in Black America and its greatness? Our contribution is greater than the few people that we talk about every year. That's what I'm saying. Our contribution is bigger than those few people we talk about every year. So if you don't know, get familiar with some of the most important people ever, because they're inventors, and go check them out when you're doing Black History Month. Go check out the Black Inventors. Have your mind blown. All right, now. I'm going to slide. Y'all know me. I'm up out of here. I'm sliding up out of here. Because I got to go. So, this has been Shots Fired Sunday Night Rant on a Monday. It's been your boy, Simon Phoenix. I'ma holla at y'all later. Got something special coming up this Thursday. You know how I do it. All right. I holla.